It's Cee Da again.
What is up? Here's a face you weren't expecting. Party people in the place to be. It's Tuesday night. I would say it's Cee Da again, but somebody's a little bit sick. So he is not joining us this evening. You know how it goes. But you know, we don't do this by ourselves ever. We always have the usual suspects. And how would C-Doc say it? With from People's Distinctive Travels, a fantastic podcast in its own right. The guy y'all love to follow. From New Jeru's Ultra Mag 7.
What's up, Jennifer? I feel like since you had in the back seat with Jennifer, you've taken over. Like this is your show now.
Right. Hey. Then we just gotta set up. I gotta get a whole stage here that's just the back seat.
Yeah.
I should do that.
And for anybody who has not seen that episode yet, go on the YouTube page check out In the Back Seat with Jennifer, and she's interviewing Schoolie D. It's a great episode, great concept. Shout out to Damage for setting it up and shooting it and
for the idea.
Yeah,
it was all Damage.
Yeah, so definitely check that out. It's dope. It's fun.
It was all him. And I see that we are also joined by the man behind Hip Hop Gods Radio.
Oh, snap.
The president of Rap Station from the Northwest side. Flatline.
What's up with your sound?
We can hear you. We can barely hear you.
Really? Yeah.
I kid you not. I'll be back. Okay.
Okay, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Well, right.
I'll be back.
So what's going on with you anyway?
Well, we do have a hip hop birthday today.
We sure do. We missed a hip hop birthday a few days ago. None other than Dr. Dre.
No, we talked about it on the mixtape.
Yeah, but did everybody here did everybody here watch the mixtape? No.
They better have.
So, right. But yeah, there was a couple days ago. It was the West Coast world famous Dr. Dre. And today is none other than the Ebony Chief.
Daddy-O from Stetsasonic.
Exactly. Daddy-O from Stetsasonic. We're going to send him a big old happy birthday. Flatline appears to have entered the building again.
All right.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, the one time I didn't check my mic. Every time we do this show, I'm just like, okay, mic check, and yeah, the levels are good. The one time I don't do it.
It's the one time it doesn't want to work.
See what happens when you don't check that mic?
Yeah, so see, we were just saying Dr. Dre had a birthday a couple days ago.
Yep.
And today is the one and only Ebony Chief Daddy-O.
Yep. Professor Daddy-O. Also Doodlebug from the world famous Diggable Planets.
There you go.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, my God. Babylon fell. What's happening?
So now you know what I'm working with.
There was an explosion over there.
I'm so jealous you have that cassette.
And yesterday, I believe it was Prince Marky D's birthday. So rest in peace, Prince Marky D.
Yep. And Lord Finesse yesterday, too.
Lord Finesse. Oh.
Just great people all at once.
TR Love from Ultramagnetic. It just,
Oh yeah, great, yeah.
TR Love too, yeah. Whole bunch of stuff, hip hop stuff.
Yeah, hip hop stuff.
But we have to ask Flatline. Was there a new Hip Hop Gods show? You want?
It was, yes. Well, you want the Jameson to be all like, yes, and I'd love to tell you about it.
Absolutely. Please do. We'd love to hear about it.
New music from K-Rec featuring Sadat X and MCK Ski. New Brother Ali and Unjust single. A joint with the Cloaks featuring AC Alone, Sir Beans, OBE, and Awkward. Some guy named Mr. Sinister, I believe he was on the show last week.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, he sent me his new remix of Verbal Assault featuring Ill Bill, Vinny Paz, and DJ Eclipse. New Smith and Wesson single. Soul Rocket featuring QNC, remixed by Snow Goons. M-Ski and Milk Crate featuring that Mr. Sinister guy again. And Heems and Lapgan featuring Cool Keith.
Yo.
Wow.
That Heems album is dope. That Heems album is.
I jumped right to the Keith track, so I haven't heard the rest. But just based on it's amazing. Yeah.
I was a big Das Racist fan, and then Heems albums. I like his albums, but a buddy of mine sent me the link the other day. Yo, check this out. Heems. I was like, oh, he's got a new album. Yeah, that Heems album is dope. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I need to get on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's your old Droog is on there, Saul Williams, people, some other people. Anyway, yeah, it looks solid.
Good out. It's very solid. Some other people.
Just random other people.
That's what this show is. Some other people. That's what we should call it. Some other
exactly. Random other people.
Right.
It's not C-Doc. It's some other people.
Yeah.
Right.
We hope that he's feeling a little better.
Yeah, feel better, Doc.
Exactly.
Yep.
Rise from Spit. What's happening?
Rise from Spit. What's going on?
Yo.
And Don Key. Actually on time. Wow.
Cheesesteaks for everyone.
Oh Lord, can we not? That was the entire conversation during the mixtape.
Cheesesteaks.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, Flatline. Why don't you tell everybody who I'm about to bring up on the screen here?
Man, I mean,
look at his shirt.
Yeah, just look at my shirt. We're going to bring on from Crew the one Chadio, and we're also going to bring on Cee Da Cuban, who produced the majority of Chadio's album from last year. We're going to talk about that. Let's bring him on because I'm excited to speak with him.
Here we go.
Bam.
None other than the one Chadio and Cee Da Cuban.
Yep.
Salute, people.
People, salute. Flat Lazy, what's up?
Yes.
What's up, Chadio?
What's up, people?
Man.
Chilling.
Good shirt there, C.
Yeah. I want to be like you.
Everybody wants to be like Flatline.
Here.
Since you're speaking about shirts, look at this one. Check this one out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's exclusive.
That's
Nobody
ill.
got that one.
There's a message behind that. Yeah.
Right here.
Oh, that's ill.
Right here. That's
there it
is. From this
That's
album.
ill.
Yep.
How's everybody?
Good.
Wonderful. Chilling.
Everybody's good.
Yeah.
Good. Oh, wait, before we start, Ultra Mag.
Yes, sir.
Ultra Mag. Those clips you do, clips that you do, bro, those are, you done started something that you can't stop. You're not allowed to stop. You understand what I'm saying? You're just not allowed to stop. Those are so dope. And I'm gonna tell you a secret. I saw when you did the Crew one recently. You did that shit. You did that.
Yeah.
And this whole time, I never told you, but this whole time I was like, damn, I hope he do one of my joints. I hope he does one of my joints. I hope he does one of my joints. So that I'm telling you, I'm saying that to tell you that when it did come, when I found out you did one, I was ecstatic, bro. Word. I'm a fan of your clips.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yep.
That's so dope. It's like you sample. It's like how we sample for like, Dusty Grooves. You sample for clips and just mesh it together. That's so dope.
Right. The way you meshed did the Godzilla, because we had this Godzilla sample in the beginning.
Yeah.
That was dope. And by the way, it was called the Dirty 30. We had so many tracks on there. You can do a couple more if you want. I'm just saying. I don't know.
Wait.
So much to choose.
Bro, I've been working on one today, so it might be there tomorrow. It's off the Dirty 30, so don't even worry about it.
All right, my man.
Well, man. Dirty 30.
Oh, Dirty.
1997 promo clips.
No, Flatline. I wouldn't bat on him. I would not bat on him.
Nah, every week I gotta bow down.
I'm talking about me myself. I'll lose to you.
No, come on, man. So I don't know. C-Doc normally runs this thing. But I had a question. If we can just go to the Crew album, which I've never heard you talk about, and I'm very curious about it because of all the photos on here, all taken by Danny Clinch. It's got to be, I don't know how many photos are on here, but it's just amazing. Can you talk about when you guys put this together?
Yeah. So I came up with that idea because I forgot where I was. I was somewhere. I don't know if I was in the supermarket or where I was at, but there was I forget what magazine it was. There was it was like a whole magazine rack, and this particular magazine stood out, and I was like, whoa. And it was someone's face from afar, but when I got up close, it was a bunch of pictures. And this was the first time I ever saw it. That's back in the 90s, Yep. And I was like, yo, this is dope. I was like, damn, I should try to do that for my album cover. I was like, I don't know if because it was kind of new from what I heard. People were like, not many people do this or whatever. But let me tell you something. I brought it to the drawing board on Def Jam. The drawing board were responsible for album covers and artwork and things of that nature. Yeah. When I brought it, my vision to them and explained to them what I wanted, they nailed it. So, from afar, you can see it says Crew. It'll say Crew from afar always. You won't miss it, whether you're up close or far. But when you get closer and closer, then you see those pictures and you can see details. Right. They did a good job.
Yeah.
So did Danny take a bunch of photos and then provide those photos to?
Yeah, because normally, when you're dealing with these photographers, you'll see a photo of us, right? You'll see a group photo, and that's the one that we're presenting around everywhere and whatever. But you usually take 1,000 pictures, and most of them just get thrown to the to the side, to the wastelands. So he grabbed those up and he did what he had to do. I guess he took, from all of that batch of what he was taking, because he was, they just keep.
Yeah, it's really amazing. He like put everything to good use.
It was dope. Yeah.
Ultramag, I don't know if you can hold it down, but there's one item that I forgot to grab. If you can.
Oh yeah. I got a question for Chadio. I want to take it all the way back, even before Crew. When you were at Stevenson, you had a teacher named Mr. O'Hara. Talk about Mr. O'Hara.
Oh man, he's taking it back. He's taking it.
Chill, Ultra. I need to plead the fifth one that Ultra. We don't want to bring that back up.
No. The reason I brought that up is because I was reading this interview.
What is that?
On the go. Listen, you got Yogi and Chadio on the front. Rest in peace to the Mighty Ha. Yeah.
Yeah, Mighty Ha was incarcerated at that time.
Right.
Yeah.
This is like, I think it's like 97, but you got.
Yeah, around there. Yep.
Yeah.
On the go.
Yeah. Yeah. So when I was reading that, it talked about Mr. O'Hara.
And you definitely was reading it, because some people say, "Oh, I was reading it." You were reading it if you're bringing that up.
I was reading. I was reading it. Yeah.
That's a classic. Yup, you got a classic in your hands right there.
Yeah.
Now, see, C-Doc would have started the whole thing by saying, "So, C, tell us how you got your start. What does he always call it?
Your gateway drug.
Your gateway drug.
Yeah.
Into hip hop."
I was fortunate to be around a lot of the 90s groups coming up. I'm a good friend of the Mighty VIC.
Mm-hmm.
He's like the unannounced third member of or fourth member of the Beatnuts.
Come on. Come for me, Ultra Mag.
Yeah.
See, this is what's gonna happen. This you know.
Yeah, so
here comes the who's got the most Barbies. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so I was pretty much a sponge back at those sessions because I was there for the Intoxicated Demons EP and then the Street Level album, which came after. So I was very involved in going to the studio with those guys and you know, just seeing the whole process come up.
Yes. Were you making beats then, or were you just kind of?
No, as a matter of fact, I was rapping back then. I wasn't actually making any beats. I was seeing them make beats. So you know, I got influenced by what they were doing at the time.
Wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wasn't really making beats. I was actually writing lyrics and trying to be an MC. Okay. Back then.
Which never happened.
Actually did. I was signed to Next Plateau record. I had put out a hip house record back in 1990. So I got a little into it. But then I said, you know what? I kind of want to stick to the music part of it. And then I just kind of that's where I stayed after.
Wow. So what's the name of that record? What's the
it was a hip house record. It was called Kick Your Legs in the Air. It came out back in 1990. Okay. You might have heard it, you maybe didn't. I mean, it got licensed a few times overseas, and the acappella's been used for a lot of like different types of mashups. And so if you ever Google it, you'll find some stuff out there.
Yeah, you were label mates with our brother Sugar Bear on Next Plateau.
Oh, yeah. A little bit of Salt and Pepper was there. Ultramagnetic, yeah. Definitely.
Dope.
Yeah.
The reason I had to get up is because I got the Crew cassette, but this joint sealed. It's sealed.
Oh wow.
Oh man.
A sealed copy.
So beautiful.
Sealed
since 1997.
Man. Yeah.
You know what, dude?
Yeah.
Well, Best Buy no longer sells physical media, so you're done. You're done.
Wow.
Oh man.
And Chadio, in case you want to, we'll give you Flatline's address and you can go and raid his house.
Yeah, I might have to because I'm looking at that tape and I don't have a sealed copy of my own.
Well, C-Doc's got me beat because he has the red promo cassette, which I don't have.
Oh, red! Wow.
It's sealed?
No. I don't think it was sealed.
Oh, that red promo, yeah, that's something.
Yeah, and it's a little different, right? It's like two different tracks or two.
Yeah, I remember we did a tape where we did like a promo tape where I think it was us and Cormega. Cormega was on there. Mm-hmm. Well, he was on one side, we was on the other side. I don't really recall exactly, but yeah, I remember he had Dead Man Walking on there and some other stuff on there. Yeah.
Right.
Wow. So, Chadio, so we just asked Cee Da Cuban, what was your gateway in the hip hop?
From being from the BX, being from the Bronx, born into it. It's like you come out and it's all around you. Everything, all the elements. As I'm coming up, really, I can't, like I always say this, I can't recall when I did not know about hip hop. Like if you ask me, before hip hop, there's no before hip hop. That's what I was doing. You know what I mean? So jams in the park, me, I can't go out there. I'm so little. I'm looking, I'm listening through the window with the lights off in my room. So my moms don't come in and beat me on the head because I'm still up. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And then I got a little older, and I'm out there in the jams in the park. Graffiti, we writing graffiti. I was DJing before I MC'd. Started MCing, so I touched pretty much everything, you know? Yeah.
You used to write with Louis 167, right?
I used to, yeah. You on point, aren't you, man? Oh, wow. Yeah, Louis 167 and the Hard Rocks crew. They were HR, Hard Rocks. They were mainly from Webster Avenue in the Bronx. I'm from Soundview, which is on the other side. But how I met Louis, he was actually bombing on near my block. And I happened to be traveling in a car through there. I was in the passenger side, and I'm looking, and he's doing what's called a fill-in. And if anybody doesn't know, fill-in, you know, you do it and then you outline it, and I'm out of here. Yep. So he didn't outline it yet. And I told my man, yo, go back around. We went back around, and I jumped out the car on him, and I was like, yo, and he thought it was a problem. I was like, yo, that says Louis, and that says Rule. That was his partner, RUEL at the time, Rule. And they was just dumbfounded, like, yo, we didn't even outline this, bro. How you know that? I said, because, yo, y'all are legends. I've been watching y'all for a long time, and that's how I met him. And now it's like a 30-year friendship now. Me and him.
Wow, that's dope.
That's my guy. So I started writing with them. They were like the pros. You know what I mean? They've been doing it for a long time. They knew the ins and outs. So I went with I used to go with Louis all the time, and my guy Fame, PHAME.
Wow,
that was the graffiti experience.
Taking it back,
of course.
Yeah.
I'd like to know how the two of you linked up and then decided to put. And are you surprised by the response that it's got? Because it's been so positive. And it's one of those albums, months later, people are still posting about it, talking about it, listening to it. I mean, it makes me so happy. Another example of that is like Curious and Cut Beatles album. People are still discovering it and listening to it and talking about it.
That's a dope album.
That's how it used to be, as we all know. But for a newer release like this, to still have the legs, it says something about what you guys are creating together.
Yeah. You want guys, see?
I appreciate that, man. Yeah. I mean, actually, I didn't know where we were gonna go with it, because it really started with one track. Like, you know, I had posted some track, and Chadio was like, "Yo, what's up with that track? What you doing with that?" And I said, "Nothing. You want to get on it or whatever?" And then I sent it to him, and he did something to it, and then I was like, "Wow." And then I don't know, it just didn't stop after that. It just took one track, and I thought it was gonna be like a one-off. We just kept sending tracks back and forth. Before you know it, we had an album put together. You know.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it was pretty incredible to, because I really didn't think, MCs are picky nowadays. You know what I'm saying? You can't just do whatever and think that they're gonna want to like, that they're gonna like everything you do. So it actually surprised me. I liked what I was doing, but I didn't think that he was going to gravitate to my tracks the way he actually did.
Yeah, I don't look, whether you're an MC or a producer, if you dope, to me, you dope. I don't care if you got a name or you don't have a name. That has never mattered to me. You know what I mean? And I saw he was working. He's a hard worker. I was watching him. He was posting beats, and he's always working. He's working. And then I heard something. I really was like, wow, let me see what he's doing with that. You know what I mean? And then he was like, he sent it. It all happened organically. What about that one? I heard another one. What's up with that one? You doing? Nah. And then, it just evolved into the album, and actually more than the album, because
it hasn't stopped.
I don't want to jump forward, but we already recorded another album, and we in the studio.
Yeah, man. That's beautiful. I love it. I love to see it. And I also love that, it's at least currently only on vinyl. You have CDs coming, but it's not on streaming. And again, that just like, it blows my mind that people are like really just getting on board with this.
You know what it is, Flatline? Like, and I can speak for C too, because he's of the same ilk. I look at it as art. it's a piece of art. Like it's not something people kind of devalue it. Like, oh, you know, it's not easy to put a good project together. You know, you're putting a lot of effort into it, a lot of thought. You know, you putting a lot of time into it. So it's just like an artist who paints on a canvas. But it's audio visual art. You know, visual being the videos, of course, but mainly audio art. So I think of it as an art piece. So if you really want an art piece, you go buy the tangible art piece. I don't want to be the, you know, knock streaming. You know, I don't really want to knock streaming, but what do I get out of that if I just click and listen on it? It's digital art. You know, I guess you can call it that, but I need a, you know, tangible piece in my hands, and I know there's people out there still that do that. And you'll have people say, damn, but you know, you could have went and, you know, maybe tried to make some more money and do it. It really wasn't about that. We wanted to produce a great project that's a nice piece of art that you can have in your hands and you can have it forever.
You know what? I think this is a good time to actually have physical product, because the older generation, we know about going to the record store, getting the CD, the tape, the vinyl, but there's a whole younger generation coming up that doesn't have that experience, and we can kind of teach them a little bit of that. And not everybody's putting out, you know, tangible project, but it becomes, oh, Chadio's got a joint, I got to pick it up. Cee Da Cuban's got a joint, and they have something. Like I still got this tape from '86, you know, but I'm holding on to that. So I think, you know, there's a whole bunch of kids that don't necessarily have or need physical product, but there's some who are really into that. So that's, you know, it's a good thing.
Yeah, it's different, but just what we wanted to do. And of course, again, being independent of any label or any major power structure in the music industry, you can do what you want. I can do what I want.
Yeah.
If I want to do that, I can do it. If next month I want to put it on DSPs, I can do that too. Like we're free to do whatever we want to do. So we made a choice.
Yeah.
And I mean, look at the vinyl. Look at it. I mean, it's
this guy styling on everybody. Look at this guy.
I mean, the you know, the video doesn't do it justice. In you're holding it in your hands, and it's beautiful, man.
Yeah, we tried, you know.
Thank you.
Our best.
Yeah, definitely. The whole physical thing. I mean, I like the whole legwork of it. I love going to the post office 100 times.
He likes that,
to send somebody, you know, something that we actually did. I don't mind that at all.
Yeah,
I love doing that. You know, it motivates me to do that. And then to have guys like for example, in Japan, cutting your stuff up on vinyl is like, I mean, that to me is like priceless. You know,
those clips that you guys have been posting.
Yeah.
Non-stop since the album dropped.
Yeah,
I know we didn't even put it on streaming or not, like you were saying before. It's crazy.
It's
crazy. Yeah.
And you know, I don't know if you guys know, but as an MC, you know, as an artist, you look for that. You want to. I know me. I'll speak for myself, but I know a lot of others too feel the same way. You want to see the DJ, because at the end of the day, the DJ will never become obsolete. You can create whatever technology you want. I want to see a DJ hands-on smashing my records, having doubles and just killing it. That's the ultimate form of respect that a DJ could show an MC. And I'm always respecting the DJs. The DJs are big in my book. But what would we be without the DJ?
Yeah,
right.
It was the DJ first. Even in hip-hop, it was the DJ first. Then the MC came along.
Speaking of DJs, one Mr. DJ Soulbuck, who was killing it Sunday night.
Oh, yeah. Salute to Soulbuck.
Yes. Salute to Soulbuck.
Yeah. That was nice. A dope mix.
Now, so look, I just said I would love to hear somebody smash one of my records, right? That was like, I was just like, oh, this is crazy. I ain't want it to end. He was just hitting all of my joints, even joints that I didn't release. He was really did his homework, and he did his thing.
Yeah, that was a dope mix. Shout out to Soulbuck, man.
Yeah, definitely, it was dope.
Yeah, he killed that.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. I got to get my props right here.
Oh.
So, well, I got a couple questions actually about this album, but in particular on this album and also on your self-titled joint, you talk about Big Pun being your top 5 dead or alive for all 5 positions. Can you speak on Pun? Did you have a relationship with him?
Yeah, I actually did have a relationship with Pun. Pun was from my neighborhood. I'm from the Soundview section of the Bronx. Pun was from Soundview too. And you know, it's funny because everybody parts ways, right? For years, and everybody's doing their own thing in life and whatever. So then one day these my 2 producers that actually produced on that album, the Internal Insurgency album you showed, they came to my house and was like, "Yo, Chad," that one. It was like, "Yo, Chad." It was like, Pun wants you to go to his crib. Now, at this point, I didn't know I knew Pun back in the days. I didn't know because he looked different. So it was just Pun wants you to go to his crib. So I was like, "Oh wow, word." I said, "Okay, well, let's go." They were like, "Yo, this dude really reveres you. He looks up to you. He's like, yo, he's giving you a lot of love or whatever." I'm like, "Okay, cool." So they get me over there. I'm over there. I chill with him. We in his living room. We chilling. He lets me hear Capital Punishment before it came out. And I'm like, Then he's telling me, "Yo, Chadio, man, yo, you incredible," and all this other stuff, right? Then he plays Capital Punishment. And I'm like, he goes, what did he say? He's like, "Oh, yo, Chadio, so what do you think about that album?" I said, "Well, why are you trying to be funny?" You trying to be funny, man? I said, "This shit is crazy. It's a classic." He was like, "Yo, thank you, whatever." So then he calls his wife and he tells her to bring down a album, like a photo album. And he's like, "Yo," and he's opening the photo album, and and I'm looking, I'm like, yeah, and I'm like, "Yo," I say, "Oh shit!" It hits me then. Who I'm sitting there with is Pun, is Chris. You know what I mean? I'm like, "Yo, this is crazy." Now everything's going beep, 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 beep. Everything's connecting. And he starts laughing and all that. He's laughing because he was a jokester to the end. He's always playing practical jokes. So he's like, the whole time he knew, I didn't know. And he set me up with the album. And I was like, "Oh, no." And so
my God.
That was like a great night. We hung out all night. We hung out all night. That was a great night. And, and then we kept in touch. He moved, but he never moved far. He would move in the Bronx, buy a house over here, bought a house over there. We always kept in touch and go visit him and stuff. Yeah.
Well, his album came out in '98, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you had already been out in '97,
right? So that's why he was saying that.
He was already. He had
right. Dirty
your
album
came
obviously. Out in '97. Mm-hmm.
That's
all right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, when Pun dropped, it was like, who is this guy? Like
crazy,
man.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, you still put that album on. It's like, whoa. Like, he really was something else. Yeah.
That's when the music, when it's timeless, those are the best ones. That you can put it on now 20 years ago and it's like you never skipped a beat. It still feels the same.
Yeah.
That's amazing, yeah.
That's what you shoot for, too, as an
right.
artist.
Mm-hmm.
You want it to be hot now, but you also want it to be hot forever, When your kids put it on, are they going to appreciate it,
Yeah.
You want it to have that replay value.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yep.
Well, I mean, we just talked about it, but I was listening to the Dirty 30 today. I listened to it twice, and that's one of those albums that has it sounds the same as when I heard it, and it's just so dope. And there's usually albums that have that many tracks, but that album just flows. There's dope stories. The voices, Yogi, Ha. I'm sorry. I just gotta give you props for that because I was listening to today and I'm like, yo, this album is just timeless. So that's one of those albums.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, I didn't really know. You hope you did something good and you feel like you did something good and you move on. Mm-hmm. And then later on, like now and a few years ago, I would go on YouTube and and I read the comments and go, damn, those are strong words. Like, I wouldn't even say that about my album. Yo, this is a classic. This is one of my favorite hip hop albums of all time. And you're hearing this type of stuff, and you're like, damn. And then I'm hearing it, I'm reading it a lot. I'm like, yo, this album really touched a lot of people. You know, and then the other ones that don't know, they're like, yo, you got to get up on this because you got to get this. I'm just happy, man. I'm happy for that. That's the ultimate.
Yeah. There's a lot of albums that people, oh, that's a classic. That's a classic. That is a classic. That's straight up.
All caps, bold, underlined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And then, I'm sorry. No, I was just going to say it was so crazy to me. You start the album, I'm like, yo, they started the album off with Antoinette. I'm like, yo, this is ill.
With a posse track, man. Who does that, right? Like, hold up. You're introducing yourself to the world. You got your people, but you know what? That kind of signifies who I am too. Like, even with Cuban, I tell Cuban when I was working with him, you know, sometimes he'd say, damn, I can't believe like you working with me, and like, why would you work with me, or whatever he'll say. And I'll be like, yo, honestly, I really want to work with you because you're a hard worker and your music is nice. But also, I want to see you win. I want to see him. I want to see him elevate to a whole nother level where people appreciate him even more than they appreciate him now. And if I can help that, that's gonna feel good.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
Well,
that's just how I do.
Well, I appreciate those beats because, man, when I from the minute turning on the album, I heard Madness, and I heard that beat with like the organs or whatever that. I'm like, yo, this is something else, yo. So salute, brother.
Thank you, brother. Yeah. But get back to the what I was gonna say when you guys were talking about the Crew album, the 3030. That logo alone is like so impactful. Like the logo, just the logo is like, I mean, the album is classic, definitely. But that logo is like, one of the best logos in hip hop. One of the best.
And you know what? That it was so weird. And the album dropped at a time when there was like commercial and there was like a underground. It was this clear thing. And that album was like the perfect blend. Like it hit right there. Like, so everybody can listen to it.
It's like a bridge, right?
It was a bridge. Yeah. It's not puffy. It's not company flow. It's something right here that just, it hits perfect.
Yes, and you're absolutely right when you say at that time there was the underground and there was the overground, I call it. It was they were not peoples with each other. They were two separate movements. And funny you say that because I would be in both. So I would be in Bad Boy Studios, you know what I mean? And Daddy's house and chilling with them and Yogi and them, we'd be up there, whatever. And then from there, I go down to the most gutterous underground spot and see Natural Elements in them performing. You know, and that's where I wanted to be, though. You know, I'll be like, yo, can we get up out of here and go? You know, I was always like, yo, let's get up out of here and go over there. All right, enough of this. You know what I mean? Cool, yeah, all right, we out of here, Puff. And we're gone. And we go to those spots because it was such a strong movement back then. Yeah, man, it was a strong movement.
It was,
but they didn't get the accolades that, of course, that the commercial rappers got back then. You know, even though they were just as good, if not better.
Yeah. A lot of creativity coming out of that underground, though. Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah,
it was a special time. It was a special time.
Very special time.
Yeah, they used to, you know, rhyme in Washington Square Park, go downtown in Manhattan, and you know, the people you would find out later that you might be a fan of, that was down there just going, you know, sparring, verbally sparring. It was a great time.
So Cuban, let's talk a little bit about these beats. So what do you use a computer? Do you use actually physical machines? Like what do you use to make your beats?
I don't have any type of DAW, like any Pro Tools or none of that. I just pretty much use an MPC. And yeah, pretty much I sample off of vinyl. I'll catch stuff off of CD, old VHS tape, like whatever, whatever catches my attention, my ear, and I do it, like the old way.
Yeah.
So I don't actually. Only time I use the Pro Tools anything is like when we go mix and drop vocals, because obviously we ain't gonna go. I mean, I wish I could use a 2-inch somewhere and record everything to a 2-inch reel, but that's not too easy to attain nowadays. So
right,
that's the only time we do the I use a Pro Tools, anything like that.
Yeah, mixing and stuff. Yeah.
But it's just the MPC.
What MPC do you use?
Well, I got the Live. I got the One, which is the same thing. It's just the One is a little more portable because it's smaller. And I'm actually getting the MPC Key 37 that just came out. It's got the keys on it.
Okay.
So yeah, that just dropped. So I should be getting that next week. So yeah, I'm pretty much with the hardware stuff. I mean, people do some incredible stuff with FL Studio, and they just drop and drag and do their thing, and it works. Sometimes some people can't even tell the difference. You know what I mean? I mean, if it's dope, I guess if it's dope, it's dope. You know what I mean? But that's my preferred way of working. I actually still like using the older equipment. I came from the SB 1200s, S950. Those are the things I was using to come up. The ASR 10, that type of stuff. So that's what I came up on.
Dope. Yeah, I still got a MPC 2000 XL collecting dust somewhere with with the zip discs.
Now you just take out that drive and connect the other like a flash drive or SD card drive, and it's very easy. You could do it yourself, and you don't even have to deal with those floppies anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very easy to do. The drive costs like $80. You just got to open it, take off the cable that's connected to the drive or the floppy disk drive, and connect it to the new drive, which is the SD or flash drive. And it's very easy to do. You could do it. You could do it yourself. $80 flat.
Okay. Dope.
If you ever think of doing it,
$80 flat. Line.
Yes, yeah. No tax. No nothing.
No tax.
Oh my God. I had a question that just popped in my head because I saw that you guys shot the video for All In, which features Royal Flush, Nutso, Chadio, of course, Rob P, Jake Palumbo, and M. Dot, along with cuts from Mr. Sinister, who I see in the comments there. Yep. Can you talk about that single? It seems to be really doing well.
See, go ahead, because you were there from the beginning of that record.
Man, that record, you know what? Well, we were working on that record because Sinister was always going to do the scratches, but we got a little busy and we never got to really finish it off. It was maybe like 6-7 months back. The only one that was on the record at the time was Nutso, Rob P, and Royal Flush. And this is what, at this time, Royal Flush wasn't even sick. He was, he was good. Nothing was going on. He was doing fine. We finally got around to, because Sinister was in the middle of doing his project as well. He dropped the Reborn album, and he was in the middle of doing that. Me and Chadio were in the middle of doing our album, so everybody was a little bit caught up. And then he never got to put the scratches on it, so we kind of put that record on hold. And then we eventually got back to it recently, like a month ago. He got to put the cuts on it, and then we just said, let's put this one out and see where it goes. And it has been getting a lot of love lately. Yeah.
Rewind selector. Hold on. So he said, he had Royal Flush, Nutso, and Rob P, right?
Yeah.
They were on the record initially. I wasn't on the record. I knew nothing about the record. He leaks that. With those three, he leaks a portion of it. I think it was Royal Flush's part.
Yeah,
right?
It was just Royal Flush. And I even said it to Flatline.
Yeah. I played it on the show. Yeah.
So he leaks it on Instagram or whatever. And I hit him up and go, yo, the beat was crazy. I fell in love with the beat immediately.
Yep.
And I said, yo, what's up with that? Like, what's going on there? And he was like, "Oh, nah, you know, it's not so royal flush in his mind." I said, "Well, yo, I need a verse on that though." Can I get a verse on that? Yeah. And he was like, "Oh, of course." He was like, "Come on." So then I ended up getting on it. By that time, he also had Jake Palumbo and M. Dot on there already, right? So
yeah.
I think I was the last one to get on.
You're the last one to get on it, yeah.
Yeah. So that's how it happened. Like it was a hodgepodge. You know, this one, these three were on, then those two got on, and then I was the last one to get on. And then Sinister worked his magic with the cuts where he wanted it to sound like it was live. Like, you know how you go on the radio station and 6 MCs MC after each other, you just scratching the beat, looping it. Yeah, man, he did his thing.
Yeah, that's exactly how it sounds. I love it. I love the energy record. You don't hear that very often anymore.
Yeah, that record is dope.
You can get some MCs together and they can do a posse cut, but you can tell that it's just been verses that have been pieced together to make a track. This one is like, it's a special joint, I think.
Yeah. You remember they used to do that back in the days, the posse cuts. You know, you get a bunch of cats on one joint, 4 cats, 3 cats, 5 cats on one. We brought it back, and I haven't really heard one like that in a while. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like what we did. I haven't been doing that as of late. I could be wrong, but it's just, it feels good. It feels like everything felt so right from the production to the MCs. Every MC sounds great on it. And then Sinister's cuts were just the icing on the cake. Everything
you can't go wrong with Sinister. On the cuts. He's known to put those classic cuts on, like, you know, Common, Resurrection, all those type of records. Beat Nuts.
Bro,
you name
and when you
yes, sir. Resurrection. That's dope. That's so classic right there.
Yo,
so
and when
classic.
you see Sinister live,
oh my God, insane.
Oh,
yeah.
He's incredible. He's going in the back of his neck, under his legs. He's spinning. Yo, Sinister is retarded with the cuts. I mean, and I see him so many times. Every time I see him, it's like I seen him the first time. I'm there like,
amazing.
It's amazing what Sinister could do with them wheels.
And he's so humble, so humble.
Yeah. And he starts making them faces when he starts doing stuff. Yeah.
Right.
Yo, but let me ask y'all a question. One for you, one for you.
Okay.
Flatline, where did you get your name from? Think back and tell me, how did you come up with that name? Flatline.
Before Flatline, I was K-Rhyme, like crime, like K-R-Y-M-E.
Okay.
And then at the end of Redman's album, not the end of the album, on his first album, track 5 goes, the next thing you might hear is a flatline, and it kind of like echoes a little bit. I had my friend who was a DJ at the time go, you know, flatline. And I was like, oh yeah, this is dope. This would be a great name. So that's where I got my name. Yeah. And Redman's one of my favorite MCs, so it's perfect.
Oh,
so Redman.
A lot of people's favorite.
He is
Jerusalem
dope.
too.
Yeah.
Redman.
Yeah.
You know he's from New Jersey.
Yes,
check it out, Ultra Mags.
The
doubt, you know I know. Brick City.
Yep, the bricks.
So Mag, same question for you. Now before you answer, you know, every time I read your name or whatever, I always think of the Ultramagnetic MCs. Does that have anything to do with the, you know, the orange of your name or no?
Absolutely. So
That's dope.
Put it this way. I never knew that any of this, like the videos or any of that stuff would take off. Because if I had to do it over again, I wouldn't have chose the name Ultramag 7. But it's stuck and it's here. But my favorite hip hop group of all time is the Ultramagnetic MCs.
Incredible.
Kool Keith is my favorite rapper. And so that's that. And then my favorite number is 7. I just, you know, you're getting on Instagram. My buddy said, yo, get on Instagram. There's a bunch of girls on there. I'm like, all right, what's your name? Ultramag 7. And I get there and I'm like, well, where the girls at? But, you know, but yeah, so that's where it comes. Ultramag 7.
I always wondered, you know, it's funny because Louis 167, my graffiti partner you mentioned earlier, Kool Keith is his guy too. He loved Kool Keith.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Got the
cassette. See, is it? Oh, he's joined the front.
Yep.
We have incoming.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
Oh man.
Oh, he got me. He got me.
He's joined into the.
He got me.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Ultra, bro. Big fan.
Yeah.
Love
Bro.
them.
They were ahead of their time.
Yeah.
Best thing in the world.
Way
Best thing in the world, Chadio. Schoolie D was out here in LA.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
And we did a whole. There was he did a concert and the whole nine.
Oh, nice.
And before the concert even started, we were there because we had just filmed in the backseat with Jennifer O'Jenny, with Schoolie D, and just we were hanging out. And I get out of my car and I walk down. It was this huge, it's like 3 warehouses put together, and there's a huge driveway down the side. And I'm walking down the side of the driveway and I went, that's Cool Keith. Okay. So I went over and said hi and talked to him and to Sharon, or as C-Doc refers to, as Chuck D refers to her, Mrs. Cool Keith. And I immediately went back down the driveway because Damage from Yag Fu Front was sitting in my car, and I said, Cool Keith is out there. Oh, okay. So he walked down the driveway, and Keith immediately said, where the hell have you been? And so they were talking, and then we're taking pictures, and I immediately sent them to this one. Ultramag said, look who you missed. You should have been here. Because he was threatening to come.
Damn.
Oh, man.
He was threatening to come, and he did not. And look who he missed.
But I'm in a video with Cool Keith, and I had lunch with Cool Keith, and I met Cool Keith, and he snapped on me and everything. So anyway, I just haven't seen him in years. But yeah, I was jealous when you sent them pictures.
That's dope. Ultra.
Because he was standing right there.
And they're on tour. I know they're in Europe now, right?
Well, listen, they were having they did a show. Keith did a show, supposedly just Keith, in Raleigh, North Carolina. And I got the 2 guys from Yag Fu over there to talk to Keith. And one of them got backstage and was like, Jennifer, it's not just Cool Keith. Said's here too.
Oh, wow.
And so Raleigh got a full-on ultramagnetic show.
That's one of Cee Da Cuban's. One of Cee Da Cuban's producer idols, Said G.
Oh
yeah, Said G's. Yeah.
Said on that SP12 was something else.
He influenced so many people before him. You know what I mean? Like, crazy. I mean, he was working with
a lot of people too.
What's his name? Now I'm getting a 55-year-old blank. What's this guy was working with everybody. What's his name now? Oh, damn. Paul C. Yep. Rest in peace, Paul C. Yeah, Paul C. I mean, he was so much influence with Paul C. Said G early on. You know what I mean? Like, the first album, everything.
A lot of people, Paul C. was that guy that brought, like, the drum fills and all the stuff back then, like 87, 88, the stuff he was doing. Like when you listen to like Give the Drummer Some, and nobody was putting like fills and doing stuff like that. So
Give the Drummer Some. Yeah, that record is amazing. That's an
Paul
amazing
C record. Was that, rest in peace, Paul C, man. That guy. Yeah. We had Breakbeat Lou on, and he was saying, he was like, if Paul C had lived, he would have been there, like, you know, the way people talk about Dilla. And I'm like, you're absolutely right. I'm like, Paul's, you can even hear it now, because if you go back to when the time was and you listen to what Paul C was doing,
the engineer.
Out of here.
Yeah, and he was, I mean, even if he didn't produce a certain record, he was still engineering the record.
Right.
So he all that Super Lover Seed, Casanova Run and all that, like, incredible stuff, man.
He has a sound. Like certain people have, there's a Paul C sound.
Absolutely, yeah, man.
Yeah,
he was a
big piece, Paul C.
I mean, Large Pro says it all the time. Large Pro always bigs it up.
How many we lost young that, you know, I know I do it from time to time. I think, damn, I wonder what he would have gave us, man. You know, if he would have been able to still be living, like, you know, it's just natural for me to think like that. So, damn, I mean, Scott LaRock, Paul C. Of course, we talked about Pun, Biggie, and the rest of them. They were young. And they're 20.
Very young.
Yeah.
Very young. Yeah.
I remember.
He was like 25, right? 25, 26.
Yeah, he was in his 20s. He was,
Scott LaRock was 25.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Biggie too. Biggie and Pac. I think they was around 25, 26.
Yeah.
Definitely in the 20s. Yeah. Yep. Crazy.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, man. We got that. That's why music. See, that's kind of a segue into this. Music is. I'm alive forever. When I do die, I'm still gonna be alive. Because if you want to hear me and you want to just get not a sense of my energy, all you gotta do is put that album on, put that song on, and once you put it on, I'm alive again. Yeah. For that moment, whenever you want to hear me, just put it on. You want to feel my energy, just put it on.
Wow,
that's the beauty of it.
Facts.
That's a great way to think of it. Yeah.
Biggie was 25.
Yeah. 25.
Yeah. Wow. 25. Wow. Imagine.
I think Tupac was 25 too, right, Jen?
I'm looking.
I think so.
Tupac was 25.
Scott LaRock was 25.
Yo, what's going on with the 25s?
Oh, see, I don't know if he was 25, 26 or what
somewhere around there. Yeah.
He was 25.
25.
Scott LaRock was 25.
Yep.
Wow.
25.
That's crazy, man.
Yep.
Crazy.
Wow.
From Queens too. He was from Queens too.
Who, Paul C?
Yeah.
Scott LaRock, baby, from the Bronx.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yo, Scott LaRock had so much to do.
You know what? Paul C was 25.
Stop it.
Wow.
I'm not kidding.
Wow.
1964, he was born. 1989, he died.
Wow.
Means he was 25.
And Rock, they got the 20. And Rock, they got the 27 club. Where hip hop got the 25 club.
Yeah, we got the 25 club. Word.
Oh,
wow.
That's wild, right?
That's crazy.
Yeah, I didn't even. Yeah. Wow.
We got another album coming though.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Let's hear about it. Yeah.
Well, how you feel about that? See, how you feeling about this album that's coming up that we're currently mixing?
It's coming out really good so far. I mean, I don't know. It's so many records. I don't even know how we're gonna narrow those records down. It's too many already.
Listen,
you know what
fellas,
I'm saying?
I went in my computer one night and I said, you just got to start getting organized and narrowing things down and which ones I'm gonna keep, which ones I'm gonna save for later, and whatever. Because in an album, it's not when you say which ones I'm gonna keep, which ones I'm not gonna keep. It's not that you have some better than others. It's that what fits for this particular album, this particular project. So boom, you're looking and I'm looking. I'm like, yo, hold on, man. 28, 29. 30. We'll be doing a dirty 30 again. It's 30 strong. As I'm going, I didn't realize I did that many. I didn't realize I did that many beats even.
We're just having fun, man. We're having fun.
Problem. Because I nail it down to 10. Always. By the way, see. It's a question for you. Serious question. Very serious question. Should we or should we not reveal something about this album that he had in his hand, the one Chadio album? I think you know what I'm talking about.
I'm surprised that Flatline didn't discover it already.
Okay.
The hidden track?
Oh Oh man, you see?
Oh man, Flatline.
I knew it.
Flatline.
You can't get one past Flatline.
How did you?
One past
Okay, Flatline. How did you find? Like, how did that happen?
I don't even remember, but it was the first time that I listened to the album. It hit, and I was like, "What is this?"
You
and
must have. Yeah, you must have let.
I just let it play.
You leave it on for an extra, I don't know, 30 seconds. See?
Yeah, it's a 30-second gap. You think the record is over? You know?
I remember.
And there's no marking. It doesn't. There's no marking on the album. It's
or title name, nothing.
Right, no title, no nothing. So the last track, when you hear it, if you're attentive, you just take it off and I'm out. But if you leave it on for 30 seconds, maybe you're cleaning the house, whatever, something else is gonna.
That's probably what I did. I was like, "What is this?" And then I was like, "It's not even listed on the back."
Yeah, no, it's not. We just do it on
man. That was a nice surprise.
Now check this out. Each vinyl came with a digital download card where you can download the album. Yep. Some people computer thing. We talked about that earlier. You can download it yourself in your computer. You have that as well. I don't know if you did that. Did you do that?
I did. Yep.
Okay. So what about that? Anything you want to tell me about that?
Did I miss something? Man, now I'm gonna go look. I'm looking right now.
You might not. You're not gonna find. I'll give you a hint. You're not gonna find it in any listing or anything. It's not.
Man.
It's gonna look just like that. The track listing is just the same as the vinyl.
What did I miss? I've listened to it a bunch of times.
2 hidden tracks. The one that's on the track that's on the vinyl and an extra one.
But you got to keep listening to it. Like it has to keep going, right? Like
it's the same thing. It's 30 seconds after the last track. But this time that track that you heard comes on and another one comes right after it. So instead of 1, you get 2 on the digital download card.
Oh man. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. I guess. Oh yeah. Okay, I see it now. I see it. Yeah. Right. I forgot.
Yep.
That's all. So
we never said that. We kind of was like, oh, we're not gonna say nothing, and then you know what? Let's throw it out there. Why not? Right. On Cee Da. This is just nobody knows. We never talked about this. Exclusive.
Yeah. Hidden gems.
Yeah.
Cats out the bag.
Yeah.
And they are. I mean,
extra tracks. Yeah. That's always a good thing, right?
Is on the new one, what I appreciate about this is that it's just I don't think there's any guests on here. No, there's no guests on here.
Nope.
Are there any guests on the next one? Is it just you? Or a follow-up question, could maybe, I don't know, maybe Yogi possibly pop up in a track?
So,
maybe.
All right. So in the past, as just to say it, I never hardly ever do guest appearances. I just don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
I had a discussion with I remember I had a discussion with one of my friends, Iron Sheik. He's another artist, and Warlord Iron Sheik. He's from the Bronx, and
Warlord.
Yeah, and we were talking about that, and he was like, you know what? He was saying how he sees a lot of artists having features just to fill their album up because you know what I mean. They can't do it without that. You know what I mean? And I never did that. I always, and that wasn't the reason why I didn't do it, but he made sense when he said that. And I was in my head, I was like, damn, I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I didn't have a bunch of features on all my stuff. You know what I mean? Because what he was saying. But I never did because once I go, I'm just going.
Yeah.
Just go. But this one coming up, I see you'll see, man. Before I leave this earth, man, I gotta do some features on a project. Why don't we do it on this one? And he was like, okay, let's do one or two. So yeah, we're gonna have some features on here.
Yeah, lyrics for sure.
We can leave it at that. We'll wait until the album drops, and then we'll have you come on again, and we can talk about it more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wait, can we talk about something that I thought was a feature that I realized on Leave 'Em Alone? That's you singing?
Oh, he found another one.
Can't get nothing by these guys, man. Can't get nothing by them. Yo, don't put it on the credit. See, don't put it on the credit. Yeah, you know. Unfortunately,
smooth.
Yeah, you know.
No, that's smooth. I like that.
Yeah.
I was listening. I was like, yo, that's Chadio. I'm like, all right, that's nice, man.
Yeah, that's a different type of track too. Considering the album, the way it sounds, that was a little left.
Which is why we put it as the last one. You know what I mean? It just fit as being the last. Track list is important. Track listing is important.
Oh, man.
You know, you can imagine.
One of the things I love is sequencing, and y'all put Genesis and No back to back, and Genesis, you get into it, you know, talking about, you know, the Bronx and all that, and then No, you kind of touch on, you know, different parts of it, but it almost seems like it could be one track. I mean, there's two different songs, but I love sequencing of albums, and I thought that was brilliant. When I was like, oh, that's dope. I like how they did that.
Yeah, because both songs are kind of talking about the essence of hip hop.
Right.
No isn't really talking about it per se, but the hook in the end that I'm saying is
right.
About it.
Yeah, right.
Kind of connects the two. Yeah, you're right. Yep, you're right.
Yeah,
that's how it was. So you know, can you imagine us putting that last track you were talking about, where you said I was singing on? Imagine putting that first and putting Madness last. No, it's not going to work.
Oh no!
You gotta pay attention.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's perfect. Yeah. That album has a perfect flow to it, I think.
Oh yeah.
Just put on and just listen, start to finish.
Yeah, I told C. Remember when I did the sequencing, when I was doing the track listing, I was like, yo, I got the 3-piece. We're gonna set it off with the 3-piece. Boop, boop, boop. He was like, what? I was like, we're gonna punch him in the face with a 3-piece. That's why we did Madness, Guns We Trust, War Tour, you know, those are back to back.
Yeah, Sinister was on the Rhyme Beast Animals, so it kind of kept going after that.
That's my favorite song. I love the Rhyme Beast Animals. That's my favorite song. I love that.
Look, Sinister did his thing on that too.
Yeah.
I just went on that. No hook, nothing.
Jason Famous did the cuts too.
Up the expressway. Just run. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when do we expect this album to come out?
See, when are we expecting it to come out?
I
don't know. I'm still stuck on the last one now. I don't know.
All righty then.
I don't know.
I don't want to rush it, but it looks looking like summerish. It's looking possible because now that we're halfway done with mixing. We're halfway done with mixing. So we already recorded it and everything. We're mixing. We did half of it already. We're going to do the other half. And then after that, it's odds and ends, things you might notice or things you might want to just add, minor stuff. You know what I mean? So it's not going to be long, but, I'm working on artwork now because I want the cover to have some type of artwork that I'm working on now. And, the logo is always going to be involved somehow. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Definitely.
By the way, Ultra Mag, when you put the logo on the screen, when you did that video of that shit, Dirty, that was epic.
Yeah, the Japanese.
I got the sense that we were interrupting the feed.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Of course.
Interrupting the feed. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That's what it was. That's what it was.
That was dope. You see all them Japanese people run around the computer with the Sega logo.
Yeah, they were like,
dope.
Like, what's going on?
Yeah, that was really genius to do that. That was genius.
So I say that to say the logo is very important. It has to be incorporated always. And that was genius of you to do that. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Recognize that and know that and do that. It was official. Yep.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Oh,
the pin.
No, that's the gibbets, right?
That's the pin. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
dope.
let me see the back. I got another one. That's a gibbet. You know what that is? That's an actual gibbets for Crocs.
Yeah.
Put that in your Crocs. If you wear Crocs, you can put that in your Crocs.
He said if you wear Crocs.
Hold on.
Yeah.
You got the crew Crocs.
Yeah, the crew.
I have no Crocs.
Yeah, me neither.
So this right here, this is the hard enamel pin.
Okay.
You'll see in the back.
Oh yeah.
It has the two clips that you kind of you see the pointy. Got the. Let me see there, and then you just put it in there. Boom. And you can hang it on your hat, your bag, wherever you want.
Nice.
Canvas bag or whatever.
That's nice. I want a lunchbox though.
Right.
Definitely solid too. This is solid.
With the thermos, I want the thermos to have the crew.
With the thermos.
I was thinking about thermoses, black thermoses. I was thinking about that.
The metal lunchbox with the thermos.
Damn, that's what I want. That's the one I want. Yep.
Uh-oh.
I got the stickers too.
Oh yeah, those are dope.
Oh yeah, I got some of those. Yeah.
Be careful where you put those; they're not coming out. Pick those up; they're not coming on.
Permit for life.
Yeah. Man.
So where can everybody somebody said they would cop a lunchbox. Where can, first of all, Chadio, now that you've brought it all up, where can everybody find all of your merch?
Oh, directly from me on my Instagram page. My Instagram page is REALCRU, Real Crew, at Real Crew. Hit me at Real Crew. Hit my DMs. I always answer. And, right there, whatever you want.
Yep.
And
where
can
everybody find you, Cee?
You can find me at Instagram as well. It's CEEDACUBAN. Cee Da Cuban. All one word. No underscore.
Cee Da Cuban.
Absolutely. I fully expect that you guys will come back when you're ready.
Yeah.
Oh,
what's the new one?
Yeah, the new one. We'll have a lot to talk about.
This isn't going to be a Stetsasonic where 3 years later we're still talking about the album.
Oh no! You saw that clip I put up. That's what I put a clip up today for Daddy-O's birthday, and that was essentially what you were getting on him about.
I gotta check that out.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, let's wish
happy birthday
that one right there a happy birthday.
Everybody pulling stuff out today, huh?
A very, very happy birthday.
Word, happy birthday. Legendary.
Oh yeah. I told him.
Come on, man. I'll go get my cassette too.
It was dope.
I got all of them. Matter of fact,
still dope.
I don't have that.
Is the new album coming out on cassette? Because I need to
Oh shit. I don't have that.
Oh, that's the okay. That's the demo, right?
Like, come on. Do I have anything?
That's the chopped herring, right?
This is a chopped herring.
Yeah,
that's real nice.
These were the early pre-demos, not the demos, pre-demos.
Yeah.
Red Alert promo on there?
Yeah, Red Alert promos. That was one of my favorites. That's why I put it on there. I like that.
Yeah, that
is what new coming on a cassette? Their new one?
No, the new Stet album. So I can make this I can add to my collection.
Nice.
Yeah. Definitely easy to store.
Don't know the answer to that. Sorry.
Look at young Chadio.
You know where that was at, right?
The Bronx Zoo, which you used to break it, used to hop the fence.
Yeah.
Don't feed the monkeys.
Don't feed the monkeys.
Break it into the Bronx Zoo.
Yeah, man, running through there. Wow. Yeah, man.
To check out the Gas House Gorillas.
Yeah, I love the Bronx Zoo. Man.
Oh man.
They got speaking of gorillas, their gorilla habitat is next level.
Yeah.
Like the first time I went when it was brand new, they sit you in a theater and they have like these curtains and they're talking to you about wildlife and preservation and conservation and stuff like that. Then when they're done, the curtains just open and it's like a panoramic glass and all the gorillas are behind there and you're like, oh shit.
Wow.
Yeah, that was crazy.
It was wilding out.
Next time I went there, I was like, wow, I had to bring somebody. Yo, wait till you see this. Wait till you see this. I'm sitting there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, it was dope.
What
he got?
What's happening?
Oh, is that the calendar?
That's the calendar.
Yo, that's so classic. Yo.
Oh wow, calendar. What's that? Violator calendar?
Def Jam.
Yeah, you could order it, I think, right? You could.
You can still order that?
Well, no. It was like at the time, it was a full-size poster that you can order.
Oh,
yeah.
Gotcha,
I never got the poster, but I mean, that's what it would have been. But yeah, I mean, so dope.
Wow.
Look at Redman at the top, too. Your guy.
Yeah.
There we go.
For real, rest in peace, Chris Lighty, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You know what?
Baby Chris.
Rest in peace, Baby Chris. Rest in peace, Mighty Hall.
Yeah.
Mighty Hall.
Yeah.
You know, the anniversary of his death is coming up in the beginning of March. I believe it's March 4th. And yeah, man. That was my guy. You know, beyond music, I grew up with her, like from the same block. You know, I knew his moms, and you know, it was deeper than just music. So you know, I understood her. You know what I mean? I was the one that, you know, calm her down when needed and all that too. That was my guy.
You standing. Yeah. Yo, you standing next to him. He's so tall, bro.
Yeah. Eccentric. He was one of a kind, one-on-one.
Yeah, man.
It was one-on-one. Like what you got on the album, what you hear and all that's really him, how he talks. He's not putting up no gimmicks. That's just her world. That was his world.
Okay.
You know? Yeah,
Mighty
it's a big loss, man. It's a big loss.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Maybe. I'm just saying. Maybe I could get hard featured on this upcoming project.
I didn't think you were gonna say that. Okay.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Don't hold me to it, but there's a strong possibility Hall might be rocking with me.
That'd be special.
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah. Man.
Woo.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, me too, man. Amazing.
And on that note,
take us out of here, Jennifer.
Let's leave it. Let's wrap it at that.
Yep.
Give y'all something to think about. But whenever you're ready, you know the door is always open. You know where to find us.
Yep.
You already know.
Come on back.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Flatline,
It's been a pleasure.
Yes, it's been a pleasure. Thanks, Jen. Thanks, Ultramag. Thanks, Flatline. Thank you so much.
No doubt.
Family, Chadio, you guys, man. I just got so much love and respect for you guys. You know,
Likewise, bro.
You guys are so humble with it, but man, you really, when you get together, you're making some magic, and I can't wait to support it more. So, you know, keep me in the loop. I know that you will, but you know,
we're gonna try to give you the best we can. Everything, all the time. No shortcuts.
Yeah,
definitely. Look out for that all-in videos dropping. That's the next thing dropping. So.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Can't wait for that one. Yeah, all in.
Yep.
All in. And I got just to plug this real quick. Got another track coming. It's me, Warlord, Iron Sheik, and Nutso. Got that's another joint coming. I'm gonna do a video for that as well.
Yes.
And it's already done. The song is done.
Nah.
What happened?
Well, can we get Cee Da Cuban on the remix then?
Yeah, that's a good idea. I would like that challenge.
Yeah. But see, hold on. What do you mean nah? Nah what?
Huh?
You produced
he said
it, right?
Produced by Cee Da Cuban.
Yeah, because you said I produced it, but I said I didn't produce it.
Well,
so he's got to do the remix then.
You produced this version.
I didn't produce it. I looped it.
Yeah.
You'll see when it drops.
Yeah. So we gonna win. So high energy one. So just be ready for that.
Nice.
Okay.
Well, thank you guys for stopping by.
Thanks, fellas. Thank you.
Give it up for Cee Da Cuban and the One Chadio, as always.
That's right.
Fellas,
Anyway, the show was brought to you by
Hackensack Brewing and Auga Beer, which is an ode to Awesome 2. And if you go to the Hackensack Brewing page, you will see that there was a video shot there today for Greg Nice at the brewery. So, yeah, they shot the video. I think, I forget what the name of the song is, but go to Hackensack Brewing's page, like their content, but definitely like the post with Greg Nice, and go buy some Auga Beer.
Not to mention, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And
thank you, Flatline.
You're welcome. Thank you.
As usual, our little commercial here.
The Spit Slam Record Label Group, a Chuck D situation. Catch us on your favorite streaming platform, on Bandcamp, or visit our official web store at spitslamrecords.com. All releases are available digitally or on CD, with select titles available on vinyl and cassette. The Spit Slam Record Label Group. Throwback to the future sound.
A little something like that.
Yep.
Goes a little something like that.
As usual, Flatline.
Yes.
You can catch Flatline.
Yep. Every Friday night on the End You Don't Stop radio show with Chuck D. And Cee Da hosts the Spit Slam Jam of the Week. And last week you played Do Me Right, remixed by Diamond D.
Ah.
Yeah, and that was good. And yeah, so that's all I got.
And then every Sunday night you can join that one over there.
Okay.
And myself.
Mm-hmm.
And the ever popular DJ Soulbuck on the mixtape at 8 o'clock. And next week's guest is none other than.
I'd have to check my phone. Are you asking me?
Oh my God.
Wait, is it Flavor Flav?
It sure is.
Oh shit,
Flavor Flav.
One and only Flavor Flav.
I don't have my bobblehead. Oh, damn it. I don't got my...
Wrong with you people.
You chump.
Yaha!
Wow. Such strong words. Yeah. So next week's guest will be none other than Flavor Flav.
Yeah.
What a hype tip.
Yep. And I'm gonna say that's it for us. We will see you next Tuesday. We hope C-Doc gets better.
Yeah, get better, Doc.
Yep.
And everybody else, including Rocco and the whole Snyder family. The Hand. Yeah. I'm sure
Davey's sick too.
Got it. I think everybody.
They're going through it.
Going through it.
Just as long the dogs probably don't have it, but
never know.
Never know. Anyway, it's been real, it's been fun.
I'm gonna go listen to Untouchable Part 1.
Oh, it's just a hook.
Wow. Okay. See you next Tuesday, guys. We
Dusty
out.
Rhodes.
Oh, yeah.